Hello, my name is Sean O'Connor. My student number is C00224424. And today, in this video, I will be demonstrating how to use the MS Test unit in C# in Visual Studio. MS Test is a test unit that gives developers and testers in software development and advanced programming a way to quickly look for any logic errors that may exist in the methods of the classes in C# and C++. Today I will be demonstrating how these unit tests work with a sample banking application and two of its methods. Before we can begin testing, and in order for you to be able to perform the testing, you must have the following installed on your device: the Visual Studio application to run C#, C# installed within Visual Studio, and the MS Test unit test project.NET Core for C#. After these are installed and you have Visual Studio up and running, we may begin. Please pause the video now so you can prepare for this test. Now that we're ready, we shall begin. So our first step for creating this is to create a new project. So once you have Visual Studio up and running, click on Create New Project. You will look for console app.NET Core for C#. We are going to name this project bank, and this will be the directory we're using. Be sure to tick place solution project in the same directory. So upon the system starting, we can see that there's code already in our system. Clear all this code. We will not be needing any of it, as I have at the side, at the ready, pre-prepared code. The first code you will see me using is the main program for the banking app. You can put in your own code if you wish. This is just to show how testing actually works in C#. So once we have this, we click Ctrl+S just to save it and keep it going. So next you will go over to Solution Explorer and right click on program.cs. We will now rename this to bankaccount.cs. Next, we will go up to the Build tab at the top and click Build Solution. As you can see, our build was successful, so we can move on to the next step. Next, you'll go to the File tab, scroll down to Add, and add a new project. For our new project, we will select the MS Test test project.NET Core for C#. Please ensure that you are using it for C# and not C++. To help with this, you may filter out which language you need. We will name this, and it's very important to name this correct name, Bank Account Tests. And this will be placed in the same directory as our main program. And as you can see, it generates code for us. The only code we will need to delete is this test method that's given to us, as again, we have code pre-prepared and set aside. Next, we will get our code that we have pre-prepared. Again, these are your own methods that you will write, but for the sake of the video, we shall be using pre-prepared code. Next, we will go back over to Solution Explorer and rename unittest1.cs to match the name of the project. We will name it Bank Account Tests. You'll come up with this notification, just click yes. You may be aware that you're seeing errors at this stage. Do not worry, you do not need to change anything. These errors will be sorted momentarily. Next, go up to the dependencies in the same one. Right click on dependencies and click add reference. This window will pop up. Select the bank tab and press OK. Next, we go back up to build, press build solution. Again, we see errors come up. Do not be concerned about that. They will be sorted momentarily. Scroll up to the top of bank account tests.cs and add a new line. And add in the line using bank accounts NS. It should come up straight away. This will allow us to use what we have in this program. And as you can see, upon adding this in, it has gotten rid of our errors. Again, and all the while saving as we go along to any changes, go back up to build and press build solution. At any point in the video where you feel like you're falling behind, feel free to pause the video and catch up at any pace you wish. So now we see our build was successful. So finally, we go to test. We do not pick any of these except the Test Explorer. Our Test Explorer is starting to generate, so just give it a moment. As you see, bank account test is open. Go over to this arrow and open it. And you'll continue to open these until you get to the bottom of the hierarchy. And here we see the method that we need to test. Now, I will click Run All Tests, and you will see that we will get fails. The reason for this failure is because there is intentionally incorrect code in our bankaccount.cs file. This error is to just show you what would happen if there is something wrong with what you're doing. So we're going to go down to where the error possibly is. Here's our line. We are plus equaling the m underscore balance to equal amount. This is incorrect, and because it will make the incorrect value, it means our test fails. So to make our test pass, we change this from plus equals to minus equals. We save, we give it a moment, and then we click Run Tests again, Run All Tests. And as you can see, the tests have now passed. This is because the criteria has been met and the program works efficiently. There are no errors. So now we will test one other method. So we go back to our bank account tests.cs, go back to our notepad file, and we get another method. Again, you may write your own method, but for the sake of the video, to speed things up, there's pre-prepared methods already. And underneath this method, you'll add in the second method. And as you can see in the window down here, this new method has been automatically added in. You do not need to do anything with it. As soon as you add in any new methods to this test class, they will automatically be added to the Test Explorer. And if we click Run All Tests, again we see all the tests have passed. So now I will show you what will happen if one test should fail and the other should pass. So we shall go back to our bankaccount.cs file and go back to the line that is intentionally incorrect. and we will change it back to be incorrect, to be back to being plus equals again. We will save that, give it a moment, and do run all tests again. And as you can see, everything has failed except for our other method. Our other method passed because it met the requirements needed, but our first test failed. And due to the fact that this one test failed, the entirety of the test is deemed a failure. This simply system is extremely useful so that people like me, developers and software developers, can go through their code without having to scroll through line upon line upon line and find any errors. This will help us see which tests we need to actually go back through and fix. It's a very useful tool. So we'll now change this back to being minus equals. And we'll click run all again for one final time. All our tests are now passed. You may add as many tests as you wish. Do make note that this will take up a lot of your RAM on your device, so be sure to have as many tabs closed as possible. This will require as much space as possible in your memory. But it is a very useful tool for any software developer or software engineer who is developing code. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope I was of any help to you. And yes, thank you very much for watching.